Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. This is your February full moon tarot reading. And I'm going to apologize now. I'll probably have to cough a number of times through this. I'm still quite sick, but I wanted to make sure I got some videos out for you this week. It's this magical time again. It's the February full moon. And this is about a moment to pause and reflect and realign with our highest path. And this month's full moon is known as the snow moon, a name given by ancient traditions because February is often the coldest and snowiest month of the year. It is here where I am in southern Ontario in Canada. There's a mountain of snow outside my window here. But even in the deep chill of winter, something powerful is happening beneath the surface. Nature is slowly preparing for rebirth, as we are too. I mean, remember, spring is just about 6 weeks away. And this full moon is a reminder that transformation is happening, even if we can't see it. So tonight, we're leaning into this energy, into this stillness, the clarity, and the wisdom that comes with this full moon. And we'll explore what it means for us, how to work with its energy, and of course, some cards to bring through the messages that you need the most right now. If this has come across your feed, these messages are for you. So every full moon does bring revelations, release, and illumination, but this one carries a special kind of fire as it lands in the sign of Leo. This is about courage and self-expression. This is about confidence and passion, and this is about heart-centered manifestation. Leo is all about boldness, authenticity, and stepping into the spotlight of your own life, not for attention, but because your presence, your gifts, and your voice matter. If you've been playing small, dimming your light, or waiting for permission to go after what you want, consider this your cosmic green light. And let's not forget, full moons are about release. What limiting fears, beliefs, or outdated stories about yourself need to go. This is your chance to shed them and make space for the version of you who is unstoppable, radiant, and fully alive. So here are some powerful ways that you can connect with this full moon. You can do a release ritual by writing down what you're letting go of and burn the paper in a fireproof container and let the smoke carry your worries away. You can move your body, dance, stretch, do yoga to activate your inner fire. You could use some candle magic by lighting a gold, yellow, or red candle and set an intention for confidence, joy, and self-love. You can pull cards or journal on all of these prompts. What am I ready to release? What is my soul calling me to embrace? And how should I do that? Interesting prompts. And you can take a cleansing bath with sea salt, rose petals, and essential oils, and imagine the water washing away anything that's weighing you down. And so I have a question for you. What is one fear or limiting belief you're ready to release under this full moon? Drop it in the comments and let's clear that energy together. This is your invitation to shine, to own your magic, and step fully into the person you're meant to be. So let's dive into this reading and see what messages are waiting for you. So our first card is what the full moon reveals for you. Our second card is what to release under its light. And the third card is how to harness its energy for growth. So our first card here, what the full moon reveals for you is how far you have come. This is a card of achievement. This is, our Nine of Cups is one of the most wonderful cards in the deck, absolutely. And it definitely is a great moment to pause and realize we have come quite far. If you've been doing healing work, this is letting you know you've come a long way. Go back and look at yourself a couple of years ago and see where you were. Just take a moment to visit the past and say, you know what, I have come a long way. This is why journaling is so good. This is why record keeping is so good, because we can actually see how far we've come, even on days when we feel like we haven't come very far at all. So this is just letting you know that you have come a long, long way. And I'm just going to look and see if there's any dates on this card. I'm going to try to get through this without coughing. But yeah, there's no, oh, it's March 1st to 10th. So given that that's just a few weeks away, you'll probably start to see some evidence of your achievement and on, you know, working on yourself and the relationships that you have and your emotions, and what's coming in is emotional regulation, that you've been dealing with a situation that has really kind of had you emotionally out of control, and you know that, and you're starting to see like you're getting better at handling things. You're getting better at managing your emotions and your emotional regulation when stressful moments come up. And it's okay to go into the bathroom and scream. It's okay to do that. That is quite healthy. If the person in the other room is you want to scream at them, but you know that's not going to be good for your relationship, just go to the washroom, go grab a pillow, scream into your pillow. Okay? That is emotional regulation, because you're actually getting the emotion out, but not causing problems, not, you know, hurting other people in the process. So our second card is what to release under this moon. Justice. Isn't that interesting? That is so interesting. I'm going to look on it, see if there's a date here for this one. No, that's a fall date, so it's nothing urgently coming up right now. But this is what you want to release is whatever, you know what, I'm going to flip it around. You need to take accountability for your role in whatever's going on in your life, whether it's your relationships, your work, your family, your home, whatever it is. This is, see, if we see this card, it's about a lack of accountability. So the message is you've got to take responsibility. You have to take accountability for yourself and your role and what you bring to the world, what you bring to your life, what you bring to your relationships. And it's just, you know, you've come so far that it should be the next logical and easy step is, yeah, you know what? I did lose my temper, and I'm sorry. And I'm working on keeping myself in check. Because some of us are just spicy. So we don't, you know, we tend to just like be loud and aggressive, and not everybody can handle that. There's people who are scared of that. And that's okay. If you're aware of the people around you being scared of that, then you know to just maybe try to keep it toned down. But also, you know, a great way of going forward is, you know, if you're a spicy, hot-tempered person, just say, listen, it's just me blowing off steam. Don't take it personally. It's not directed at you. It's just directed at the situation. There have been lots of times when I have had to call customer service or something that is absolutely infuriating. And of course I'm yelling, but I will say something like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling at the situation. And the person on the other end is like, yeah, I totally get it. I'd be yelling too. So when you know, if people are aware, and this is the emotional intelligence, to understand that other people are having feelings too, and then just let them know, just say, listen, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling. I'm just loud, you know, I'm just getting things out, purging some stress. And it's also a good idea to come up with better ways of doing that as well. You know, I remember when I was young watching Y&R, and Victor Newman had a punching bag in the barn, and every time he got angry, he'd go punch the punching bag. And I know there's a lot of people, you know, be like, oh, that's one step away from punching Nikki Newman in the face. No, it's not. Sometimes we just need to purge some excess energy in a healthy way. And, you know, that mine was always slamming the drawers in the kitchen. And my husband installed those drawers that you can't slam. So I'm like, how is anybody supposed to know I'm pissed off if I can't slam the drawers? And so anyway, he's like, oh, we know you're pissed off. So don't need slamming drawers for that. So then our final card here today is how to harness this energy for growth. Ooh, I don't like that upside down. Excuse me. Let's just see what's going on here. And this is March 11th to 20th. Interesting that this is all taking place over the next 4 weeks, over the next month. So This is, if you have, I'm trying to find a way to phrase this. If you're feeling instability and disharmony in your life, in your relationships, in your marriage, in your family, whatever it is, this could be about any kind of relationships or your life. It's not necessarily about relationships, but when we talk about the cups, we're very much in our feelings and our emotions. It's time to take everything you've learned and fix what's happened and make it better. Make it better, or let go. If you can't fix the relationship, let it go. Release the people that are being affected by whatever's going on, and be good with that. If what you need to do is end a relationship because it's creating so much drama, because sometimes, you know, yes, we all need to be responsible for our own emotions and our own reactions and everything else, but there are people who are so infuriating that it's sometimes really, really hard, and we call them narcissists. And they will push every button, and as soon as you lose your temper, they'll say, see, that's what I'm talking about. Get rid of that person. Get rid of that person. This is about taking control of yourself, taking control of your life, getting rid of people who are not good for you. And I don't buy into the idea that we have to be sunshine and light for every single person in the world. I think that some people really bring out the worst in us. And that's a good indication to us that we shouldn't be with that person, whether it's at work or at home or in friendships or whatever. So trying to see, this would be like, y'all are getting broken up with. No, you do the breaking up. You end the thing. You've done this work. You're taking accountability for your role in it. And now it's time to release what isn't working. Now that you've done some healing work, and you should be able to see it. You should be able to see it. And you don't have to go on a tour of telling everybody to go, you know, piss off, blah, 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 blah. But you can just energetically release. And if you need a cord cutting to do that, we can do that. Just let me know. All my links are in the description of this video, and we can do a cord cutting together to help you break free from these relationships. And especially if you're dealing with narcissists of any kind, you may be trauma bonded to them. So that's why cord cuttings are so powerful and so useful and so important, because we need to energetically disconnect you from that person, so you're not just constantly in this loop with them. So there you have it. Very interesting, and it's not lost on me that this is coming at the start of the year. We're heading into spring in just over a month, and new beginnings, you know, new life. It's, yeah, release all the crap that isn't working for you, and take accountability for when you've been a jerk, and when you've hurt people, and when you've maybe caused some damage and caused some harm. I'm not saying we all do that, but if you have and you know it, and that's why you've been doing this journey, it's time. It's time. I thank you for joining me today. If you are an old friend, thanks for hanging around. If you're a new friend, thanks for stopping by. I do hope you stick around. All my links are in the description, including my Patreon, my Etsy shop. I've been sick, so I haven't been able to get a lot of stuff in there, so that's priority on my list for when I'm well enough. And my mailing list, there's a freebie there for you. There's all kinds of things in the description that to keep you entertained in between videos. And I thank you for coming by today. Have a magical day.